Welcome to another episode of the Canon on the Boomer Bus channel. I'm your host Terry, and today talking about Boba Fett. And I tried, people. I tried. I know I talked twice before, a little mini rant, but I tried. I said, let's see if they can wrap it up and bring it all to home. Let's see if they can tie it all, together and make this bad show good. I didn't have hope that you could just turn things around like that with the same people, but I said, let's give it a shot. And what we got was the perfect finale for Boba Fett, where you had the worst writing out of the whole season, hands down. And so before I get into it, I'm not telling you you're wrong for liking it or bad. It's subjective. It's art. It's subjective. And we're going to see it differently. And I think this is actually a really good example of that, where you saw, well, for me, I saw a lot of people saying this, and it blew my mind. I was not prepared, but I saw a lot of people, I don't care if the writing is weak. I don't care about the plot. Like, I saw some really cool stuff, so it was a great episode for me, or a fun series. We saw some cool Star Wars stuff, and that is like nails on a chalkboard to me. That my mind cannot process, because I am so opposite of that. I don't care what you can have Superman on screen fighting the Avengers or whatever. You can have the Justice League and Spider-Man and the Transformer. I don't care. If the story isn't good, it's not working for me. But that's me. The way we judge things is different, and I try to really drive home that point. Expectations is one thing, but how we judge content is going to be different. I don't care about the score and the music. I barely notice the music most times. And for some people, that's a deal breaker. Some people don't care about writing. I really do. And so how I judge is going to be different. With that being said, Boba Fett, the book of Boba Fett, is some of the worst stuff that Disney has put out. And people get tight because I talk a lot about plot holes, especially with the MCU. And they are. I mean, people try to explain it, but they're plot holes. Like, you could have avoided it if you wrote better. But with Book of Boba Fett, it wasn't even plot holes, really. It was just bad writing. Just everything. And I'm not even counting the detour into Mandalorian Season 3. Like, yes, I think that was bad to do that. But not even counting that, everything we got up until that episode was still bad. The arc, the character development, the narrative story, the structure of it, it was so stupid. Like, you made Boba Fett one of the dumbest characters in Star Wars. And I don't understand what the vision was. And I don't even know how much of a vision they had. A, because we've seen that in other Star Wars properties. But B, we saw it. It's the finale. And it didn't make any sense. So I was like, did we really have a reason for any of this? And so the finale, again, is a perfect Book of Boba Fett finale, where you get a all-star performance in stupidity from Boba Fett, to the point it was comical. The things he was doing. And again, this isn't like on the actor. This isn't even on the character of Boba Fett. It is the writing. What were y'all doing? What were y'all thinking? You went out of your way to have some of the dumbest stuff happen. So we start off this episode, and we ended it the last episode. They blew up this little club. So they go to the club to see what happened. Logical. We get it. Boba Fett, Fennec, Mando, the whole crew. Why they blew it up, I don't know. I don't know what, it didn't really hold significance to Boba, not that we saw. So I don't know why they blew it up or why this means war. But whatever. So they do that. And they're talking like, oh man, okay, they crossed the line. Things getting real. The logical step. Let's go back to the palace, bunker down, and get our reinforcements together so we get ready to fight them. Makes sense. This mod, which, not a fan of them, but this mod comes up and says, we're not leaving. We should stay right here. And Boba Fett agrees. And again, we have to protect this city. People of the city need us to protect. All those people left when, like, fast forward, all those people left during the fight. No one got killed. And then you are the one that damaged half the place. So you mean to tell me if you would have fought remotely at your palace that people still wouldn't have died? Plus, there would have been a lot less damage, and it would have just been smarter? Come on. So Boba Fett agrees to this. Stupid move. But not only does he agree to not go to the palace and stay in the city, we're going to stay in a building that just got blown up. What? We're going to stay in a dilapidated building that just got blown up, does not have doors, does not have windows, does not have locks. Like, it is dead in the middle of the little town. It ain't hidden. It ain't underground. It ain't not, you are literally standing in there. And so that is just an idiotic decision to stay in that, to stay there when you have all the resources that you have back at the palace and it's more fortified and it's just on your turf. It makes no sense. You can't, there's nothing you can say to justify it. It's stupid. And then, so that's stupid, number one. And then you decide that you're going to spread the team out to stay on the look for the Pike reinforcement. And so that's stupid right there. First of all, you don't have numbers. That's what you've been saying. You don't have numbers. You went in, they got Mando, but you got a couple, I don't even know, maybe 5 people in the mod gang. Black Crescent, the 2 guards, like, you don't have numbers. And so you're going to spread them out and set yourself up to be attacked. Okay, that was dumb, number 2. But even if you were going to spread them out, why are they standing in the middle of the street? Why are they set up in just plain view? And the Gamorrean guards don't even have guns. I would have to think they know how to use a gun if you gave them one. And so instead of posting up on a rooftop where you can see over the little town, instead of it's hard for Black Crescent to be undercover, but instead of being a little incognito, instead of anything, hell, you got Finnick with a little device that mapped Boba's entire palace. You could have just used that. And so it was so dumb. And then they turn on him. This was just stupid. Now, what I will say is, you could have passed that off as Boba just not being good at it or whatever. You could have passed that off. But this is still the problem to the core of the show, is that you promised, you laid out this underground crime show. And you have Boba who is bad at doing any of that. And then the cherry on top of it is that you actually wrote in the dialogue for Mando to say they made the smart call. Just to let you know that, yes, Boba, you are dumb. And the show knows you're dumb. They don't treat you like you are, but they know, the writers know you're dumb. And they had to be, I don't know, they had to be trolling us. Because you sat down, out of all the things you could have negotiated, worked out, instead of being any type of creative, any type of intimidating, you just said, promise me you won't get involved. And they was like, okay, we won't. You was like, oh yeah, we good to go. What? What? All these people who have been making money on illegal spice, you thought were just going to sit by and let you get rid of the spice trade. So that was stupid. That was stupid. And so them getting turned on was no shock. There was no real intensity about it. It was just like, oh yeah, of course they all turned on you. And then it was, the fight was stupid, especially with Black Chrysanthemum. Like that was just dumb. I mean, it was kind of cool later that they showed that he made it out because he a warrior, but he was getting a little too jumped. Like really, it wasn't that many. They super small, and you standing there with what looks like a lot of weapons. Like I don't know why you didn't take them out. None of them had guns. So anyway, again, these two decide to disperse all the people they have, so they all get jumped and get taken out at once. And then again, the show, really being stupid, acknowledges that this blown up club is somehow a fortress, where Cad Bane and the rest of the bosses are like, oh, I think I know how to draw him out. What do you mean draw him out? Draw him out of what? You could walk in there. You had you had the droid. First of all, where did the droid come from? The droid comes in. Boba Fett, somebody's here to see you. And he just walks outside. You could have 50 people on the roof just shoot him when he came outside. You could have shot him while y'all was talking. Like, I don't understand. How could you possibly act like that was a fortress? What were they smoking when they wrote this? And to draw him out is just to say, hey, come out here, I want to talk. Boom, he came right outside. I don't get it. It don't matter that Finnick and Mando was there. They could have shot this man before. And so, okay. Whatever. And then they kind of dropped that the Pikes killed the Tusken Raiders, which, again, I don't understand what the point of that, at least Cad Bane using that was. I mean, you could try to argue he wanted Boba to be emotional, but either way, it wasn't like you was going to kill him. Like, you just told him to come out to negotiate. And so, whatever. So that was stupid. And then Finnick just runs away for the rest of the episode. I mean, she saves the mods, but Finnick, and that's one of the real tragedies, is that she was so disrespected this whole series. Like, the way they used her and the way they made it so clear that Boba does not know what he's doing and she does, it just is so sad they didn't do more with her. So anyway, the Pike people show up and they're ready to go. And so what do we culminate Boba's whole, planning and all this with? Well, guess we just gonna go out there and die together for honor. Cause it was just like, bro, we don't even have a plan. We were dumb. Yeah, you right. We messed up. Let's just go out there and die because we really don't have nothing better else to do. It was so, I almost fell out my chair. And I get it that he made those decisions that led them to be screwed. But again, as writers, you just decided to say, okay, well, let's just let them die. Or let's just, leave them in that spot where they could just go out and die. So the fighting starts. And you have, what I really don't understand is if you as the Pike Syndicate had these huge droids or whatever, I don't know what they're called, why didn't you send them in first? They had shields that last the whole battle. Like, they were knocking people out. They were very tough to stop. Why didn't you send them in first? Why did you send in a wave of like 200 Pike soldiers to get killed? then just to bring out the droids. Like, why didn't y'all just roll that out first? So that was a small thing. That was whatever. But the Mandalorians were then stupid too, Boba and Din, because they come out, with the distraction. They come out in their jetpacks at the high ground. Smart. Why did they land though? And if you were going to land, why didn't you land on a roof? You literally had full view of what was going on. And instead, you land next to each other to create one big target for everybody to shoot. It's just so frustrating because it's like, so are they good at their job or not? Like, then I don't really question. But Boba, is he really a good bounty hunter? Does he really know how to fight? So that was dumb. Then the reinforcements come in, whatever. Black Krrsantan, which they just randomly make him pop back up. Okay, whatever. And then the machines or the droids, whatever those things are, they come in and blah, blah, blah. So, and also, at one point, we had the entire group from Boba Fett's side huddled behind a vehicle as if nobody could just throw a grenade or a bomb or a rocket launcher or anything and kill all of them at once. So that was dumb. And so I think, again, leading up to that point, whatever. And so then we get into the battle with the droids and all that. And Boba Fett takes off. I'll be back. And he comes back with the Rancor, which I honestly forgot about it up until that point. And it was cool. I'm a lot of people, it looks so cool, blah, blah. And the Rancor was a big asset. However, didn't Boba Fett have a gunship? Don't he have Slave One that, kind of would be helpful to have some type of high ground when they have no aircraft and be able to shoot them from above and fly around and see where they are while they're hiding? Wouldn't that have been a little bit helpful? And so he skipped over that part and went and got a Rancor and ran all the way back to the fight. Okay. And then from there, I didn't care. I didn't care. Like, the fights happen, whatever, they win. I mean, the Cad Bane stuff was stupid. It was stupid. It was so underwritten. Like, we just got up with Cad Bane, and now he might be dead or whatever. But that fight just kept, Cad Bane was so thirsty for Boba, disappears, and then pops up later once the fight's pretty much over. Now he wants to show up. Like, why? What if they killed Boba Fett at the beginning of that fight when they had him pinned down? Then what? So anyway, so they had a little fight. It was very short. Where did that staff come from? Because I do recall, unless I'm going crazy, watching Mandalorian Season 2 when Boba Fett shows up, that staff is very prominent. It is sticking behind his back very long. And when he has it in the flashbacks, very prominent. Where is that thing on him? where is that staff on? Where is not collapsible, it's not foldable. We never seen that. Where is that staff and where did it come from? So because they were standing there during the duel, the little stare off. I didn't see no staff. Maybe I have to rewatch it, but I didn't see no staff. So anyway, they fight, whatever, he kills Cad Bane. And then, it just, again, I don't know if they was trolling us. But then you have Boba say, I don't think we're cut out for this. Oh my God, people. I just like, no, you're not, because you're an idiot. And then Fennec again, has to do the real work. She kills the leaders, including the Pike leader who killed the Tusken Raiders, and Boba didn't get any closure on that. But she kills them again. Boba Fett's like, man, I don't know. And then he says, I don't think we cut out for this, but they're going to stay. So it was just like, I guess we'll stay. And so most of the time he is talking about how he's got to stay with the people and it's my people. Am I losing something? Or because I thought Boba was born on Camino with the rest of the clones. I didn't know he was born here. This is my city. This is my people. How? You just got here. Or, I mean, maybe he had some good times there before when he was with Jabba that we don't know about, but how is this his people? So they undercooked this story badly. I'm talking about take a bite of a cake and it's none but batter in the middle. Like, they did not really build anything up, and then they made this finale that was so paint by numbers but also had no weight to it, because I don't feel that these are Boba people or that he has a stake or claim to the city or a responsibility to the city. Most of these people don't even like him or they don't respect him. So I don't, that idea doesn't make any sense to me. And again, he's terrible at his job. He knows he's terrible at his job. And then Fennec has to tell him at every turn what to do. She clearly is good at this. Because I was rooting about halfway for Fennec to just, I was like, I hope this ends with Fennec killing him. And what did he tell her? I think it was about staying in the blown up club when she looked at him and I was like, oh, they really gonna do it. She gonna kill him. Nope. I'm gonna stick beside him and just, I don't know. I guess they're gonna rule there. So overall, the season was so disappointing. Like, I don't understand what the point was. Like, they try to play it off as Boba evolved and when? Where? He was fighting and killing people with the Tusken Raiders. Last time I checked, he got on that Pike train, was killing people. And so maybe you could say, well, the death of the tribe really shook him and he wanted to stay away from killing. They didn't say that. They didn't show that. So what was the journey here? What was the point? Why did he want to be the leader of this area? I just don't get anything he did. And I don't believe we got any growth through the rest of the season, besides knowing he's an idiot. So, I could go on for days, but I'm going to stop. My head hurts. So go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Boba Fett finale, about the season. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for listening.